Good morning, guys. If you're learning from home, this is your instructions for how to complete the assignment. Or if you're reviewing this assignment because you missed it or forgot how to do it later on, this is a good thing to watch to remember about dichotomous keys. So we've talked about evolution in class and how creatures evolve and change over time as they adapt to their environment. They get better at surviving where they are and they gain traits that help them survive. And as they do that, as they adapt to their environment, we know that new species will be formed. Three-toed horses, that ancient little horse, eventually developed into things like donkeys and horses, something else into zebras, etc., which are all related. But new species have formed. And so there's lots of different species out there, and scientists have created tools to help people like you and me or other scientists to figure out what creature they're looking at as they're studying certain plants and animals in the wild. This tool that we're going to talk about today is called a dichotomous key. It's a tool for identifying an organism, plant or animal or fungus. And it gives you a series of two-choice statements that you choose from. Let me give you an example here. This is a dichotomous key. You can see that it gives you choices. It says dichotomous key of 10 common mammals in the eastern United States. So if you were hiking in the eastern United States and you saw a little critter run across the trail, you could, if you were studying the organisms in this environment, maybe you'd have a dichotomous key book and you'd look up, mammals for this area, and then you'd have a little key like this. And all you do is let's say we're going to do this creature right here on the left, top left. Let's say we see that creature running across our trail. Well, you're going to always start at the first question. You always begin at number 1. And you choose whichever statement best describes the creature. So option A says this mammal flies. Its hand forms a wing. Well, no, that doesn't look like that creature. So option B is this mammal does not fly. Its hand does not form a wing. Oh, yeah, that's true. It doesn't have wings. So we go to step number 2. You go wherever it tells you. Option A, the mammal has no hair on its tail, or option B, the mammal has hair on its tail. Which one? It has hair. So we choose option B, and it tells us to go to step 4. If you've ever read a choose your own adventure book, it kind of reminds me of that. You skip around to wherever it tells you based on the choice you make. Has hair on its tail, go to 4. So we skip 3, go to 4. This mammal has a black mask across its face. No, it does not have a black mask. So we go to step 6. Is he brown with a white underbelly? Yeah, I'd say that's true. So we go to 7. Does he have a long furry tail that is black on the tip? Yes. Oh, so that must be a long-tail weasel. And that's how you use a dichotomous key. You always begin at number 1, choose the correct answer until you come to a name, and that's your creature. Pause the video and see if you can figure out what creature number 2 is up here in the top right. I'm not going to give you the answer because you may see that on a quiz or on a test. So let's get out of this. Today for your assignment, you're going to need to print off this page. So when you open it, you can open it like this and just click the print button. There's 2 sides. There's the pictures of the creatures, and then there's a dichotomous key. And you'll see that these are some pretty ugly looking creatures. They're pretty funny looking little things. And you're going to have to identify the names of these. And these aren't real names. These are funny names like Uniped, Babalux, Swamp Stomper, Serpentog, etc. You're going to do the same thing. Every time you're looking at a creature, you're always going to begin at the first question. So it doesn't matter if you're on number 14. You don't start at 14 on your paper. Don't do that. That's not right. Always begin with question number 1. And then choose the answer until you get to a name. Let's do creature number 1 together. Some things you'll look for is whether the body is rounded and curved or more angular and sharp, like number 8 here. It might ask you if it has body markings like stripes or freckles. Number 4 has stripes, number 5 has freckles. It might ask you if it has hair. So there would be a hair on the head. That's a hair, that's a hair. Single hair or many hairs, like these guys, like 3 and 6. It might ask you if it has 2 feet or only 1 foot, like number 9. And it may ask you if it has legs. 2 has legs, 3 has legs, 1 and 4 do not have legs. The feet are just attached at the body. So let's see if we can do number 1 together. So number 1, the first question is, are 2 feet present, or is it 1-footed? Well, there's 1, 2 feet. So yes, 2 feet are present. So we move to number 2. Does it have legs or not? No, it does not have any legs. It has feet, but no legs. So we be careful that you're on number 2, because 2 and 3 ask the same thing, but they send you somewhere different. So we're on 2. Without legs, we go to number 5. So down at number 5, does it have hair? Does it have hair? It does. It has this 1 hair on the head. So number 5, does it have hair? Yes. So we go to 8. Hair is only on the head. That's true. So we go to 11. Is the body rounded and curved, or is it not rounded and curved? Is it angular and sharp? I'd say that's rounded and curved. It's not sharp angles. So round and curved. So that is a duff nut. So what you would do on your paper is right here under the creature, you're going to write duff nut. And then you'll move on to number 2. When you get to number 2, you start back at question 1 and answer them as you go. Now, each creature will only be used 1 time. So if you have the same name twice, you know one of them's wrong. You'll want to go back and look at that. Okay? All right. That's your assignment. Print that off. You'll need to bring that back in class to turn it in. So when you return, and check back here again tomorrow if you're still learning from home.